No idea. I haven't really paid attention. I think you're probably a paraplegic laying in a fucking hospital bed somewhere or a fucking some kind of home. You got nothing better to do.
Really?
And this is how you get your rocks off.
And that's a possibility, okay? And I'll leave it up to you to figure out if you think that's the case or not. But just using a little bit of logic, do you think a person in that condition would have access to a highly sophisticated communications encryption system?
The people that you work for.
Basically pretend to be at any point on the planet and call you up, and only a handful of agencies on the planet would have the capabilities of even determining the country I was calling from, let alone getting a fix on the coordinates. So a paraplegic in a hospital bed, I doubt very much, is involved in those type of things.
Did I say a paraplegic in a hospital bed? I meant to say a paraplegic metaphorically in bed with women. You know, just a thought.
Okay. Yes, well, I'm not averse to having beautiful and attractive ladies in my bed. One of my favorite hobbies, actually. However...
How much do they cost you? Do you have to pay for them?
Well, believe it or not, some of them don't cost anything because they're long-standing relationships I've nurtured over many years, and some of them are extremely expensive, very high-end, but, you know, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, you end up paying one way or another, isn't that right?
Enough about my home time and fun activities. Back to business, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Suffice to say, I work for a highly sophisticated organization.
You've told me basically that you work for Zuffa, or like a splinter that owns Zuffa.
Zuffa is part of the pie. Okay? It's a rather small segment of the pie. The pie is all-encompassing with virtually every industry you can imagine, Daniel. People like me help to keep things ticking over smoothly.
So if
it wasn't for people like me, the pie, the grand enterprise, would run into lots of problems and troubles because there are lots of people like you out there who have a turbulent effect on our enterprise.
Have a what effect?
My job to keep
a detrimental.
like you in life.
All right. So
when we talk about cornering the market for Stevia, because we know fine well it's going to be an industry worth tens and tens of billions of dollars, and we have cultivated it over many years and invested a huge amount of money and resources into, San Quinn springs up on our radar as being a potential threat to that huge enterprise. And you've also sprung up on the radar on Zuffa. So you're springing up on the radar consistently. And you've sprung up on the radar because of your statements on fluoride.
Dude, make some sense.
Okay, and I'm not going to say any more. I think you get what I'm driving at.
I think that you've had a little too much American drinking water. Fluoride's fucked your brain up.
No, Dan, we know what people are saying, and we don't want certain messages picking up momentum and snowballing, because it would be devastating for certain enterprises. And if people like you remain unchecked, there's always the potential danger that an idea could snowball.
Hey, have you seen my pictures? Have you seen my pictures on Facebook and how much weight I've lost so quickly?
No, but I did see one of your recent videos, and congratulations, it's a rather dramatic weight loss. So, you know, well done.
Yeah, well, that's the power of Pure H20. You don't get it. I mean...
Can you honestly tell me, Dan, that you're not consuming any methamphetamine at the moment?
Oh, definitely not. I'm never touching that shit again. It's fucking poison. It ruined my marriage. Yeah, I wouldn't fucking even consider it.
Because, you know, consuming lots of methamphetamine can result in a similarly dramatic weight loss. So I'm very pleased to hear you're staying away from the poison and
that, well, stevia, it doesn't approach methamphetamine in like legs duration, but it's a stimulant. You know it. You already know it. If you know so much about stevia, here's a question. Are you a flunky? Are you like a mover, a player? Because you getting me, if you're not a flunky, then I must be doing something right if I'm annoying so many fucking important people.
Yes, because here's the thing with Dan Quinn, and that's why Dan Quinn keeps popping up on the radar. There's a method behind his madness. Have a think about what I'm saying here. There is a method behind your madness, and the method has the potential to snowball, which isn't a bad thing for you. It would make you world famous. However, it's a bad thing for some of the enterprises I'm involved with, that I am subservient to. And when Dan Quinn keeps popping up on the radar over stevia, over the mixed martial arts industry, which again Luther has cornered, we're in the business of cornering the market, just as we've done with mixed martial arts, just as we've done with stevia. Coke and Pepsi buy all of their stevia from our plantations in South America. We have a global monopoly. We're in the monopoly business.
But that doesn't mean shit.
Dan Quinn,
all American farmers would have to do would be start growing stevia.
The American climate, the North American climate, is not so conducive to stevia. South America has a huge competitive advantage in terms of its geography.
Yeah, but we could actually go solar, keep them all indoors in greenhouses.
The cost would be too high.
Maybe.
We have more or less slave labor plantations in South America where the labor costs are minuscule compared to the costs in North America. So nobody can compete with our plantations in South America and the North Amazon. They're untouchable.
Well, here's the deal. Nothing is untouchable. Look at the English Empire.
We are.
You know what's funny though?
You think the British Empire has gone bad? No. It's just gone into stealth mode.
Yeah, I firmly believe that.
The British still pull the strings in America. Come on, don't kid yourself. The British are the power behind the throne.
Hold on, I gotta turn this. I'm watching when I break Bonapua's collarbone. You know, positive mental thoughts. You know, it's amazing. Did you guys pay certain people to set me up fighting? Because I come out and I fuck off Bonapua with the right hand, break it, his collarbone, and then I get fucking set up saying that the Harry Gopal fight's gonna be warm, fuzzy, and cozy. I can't even fucking punch with my left hand. Fucking Aaron Brink. That was ridiculous, man. I didn't warm up for that fight.
Sorry to interrupt you. But I thought a long time ago when we spoke some years back, you said that you're done with fighting.
No.
It seems recently that you've developed an interest in fighting again.
Well, what I'm going to do is try to get Aaron Brink to live up to his fucking promise. He said I could have a rematch. He also told me that during the fight, he was getting worried because his punches weren't fucking having an effect. I didn't even feel them. Straight up, I was on so much stevia weed. I didn't feel any of his punches except when he poked me in the eye. But he said he was getting fucking worried. And then, have you ever done this? You ever looked at that video? If you slow it down frame by frame, you can see his fingers sticking out. You know, it was my bad. I should have parried that fucking shot. It shouldn't even come close to my eye. But, you know, excuses are like assholes, man.
You have
I got a million of them. Valid.
You have a big heart. You're a strong guy, but it's not boxing. You can't do the Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope in mixed martial arts. And the past few fights you've had,
Chuck and Randy did it.
You've tried to go into the rope-a-dope mode, and it's backfired.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what? Sooner or later, someone's gonna fucking start to pay attention. Hopefully it'll be Kim.com. You know for a fact that I'm onto something. you guys have probably spent, how much money you spent fucking my gig up, making shit go against me? You guys actually had to do that? Or has that been 100% on my own?
Well, you haven't been willing to come on board.
You know what?
On occasions, I've extended the olive branch to you, and you have failed to leap on board. That's not my problem.
You know what? I'm going back so fucking fast to how lean and ripped I was. You know, if it wasn't for that fluoride thing, you know, if people were actually paying attention, you might really, that might be a serious threat. In fact, it's going to happen sooner or later. I'm talking to somebody who knows somebody that knows a lot of famous people, and they have lymph nodes, and if that comes through, if I cure this person, okay,
if I'm
this
allowed
person
to,
knows a lot of famous people, okay, it'll go global.
Pure H20 can.
Bad.
Daniel, do you know the average annual cost for a cancer patient to receive anti-cancer medication?
President Obama.
Enough to keep a lot of people in mansions and $100,000 cars. Trillions.
Make it
The
disappear.
average cost for a cancer patient to receive medication, basically the cost of their pills, is approximately $120,000 per year.
Okay.
That's the median cost.
Okay, you know what? I don't give a fuck. It's time for me to go to bed, homeboy.
Dan Quinn's Stevia
Keep
discovery
Dana White's name out of your mouth, Dan.
on
what?
bankrupts America.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
Do you remember us talking about the holes in the desert?
Holes in the desert.
Cha-ching.
The other English voice that was cool, that was a different voice than your voice. Who the fuck was that guy?
Probably one of my business associates.
You know? You fucking limeys get around, huh?
Like I said, British Empire, Sonny.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. You know, you guys through the American Revolution. If you guys would have fought that, you would have kicked our ass. Yeah.
And come on, we've been the architects of most revolutions and most global events for the past 300 odd years.
Yeah, well, trying to kick your ass. Remember that? You guys didn't do shit over there, did you?
We are too embedded to them. We are untouchable.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do for me positive? I mean, seriously. And yeah.
I think that the most positive thing I can do for you in the short term is to keep you away from those holes in the desert. And you can help me achieve that goal by keeping Dana White's name out of your mouth. Otherwise, you're going to be in close proximity with the Nevada desert.
Really? Okay.
Yes, really.
Seriously, that man's best
Dana
friend thing?
got pissed at man's best friend. That wasn't a dog thing, I swear to God. I should go back and change it.
Just keep Dana's name out your mouth and don't talk about anyone from UFC. Just do that, and you know what? If you do that, I can probably get you a pass on the Stevia thing. But you using UFC to for people's names in your videos and doing the Stevia thing is too much. One's got to go. So choose between using Dana's name or Stevia.
Help me with Stevia. You guys find somebody dying of cancer. If Dana White said, look, you know what, gonna try to put the past behind us, you know, bygones, let them be gone. Anybody out there that's dying of cancer and you actually want to live, you know what, Dan Quinn, I don't believe him, but let's give him a chance, see if he proves it, you know. I'll make Pure H20. They'll go 100% perfect.
Yeah, man, I just told you, we're in a business where we are making $120,000 per year in selling cancer medication. Why would we want to promote Stevia as the cure for cancer?
Well, you know what?
It's our interest.
It's like when hot air balloons were the shit, okay, because there was nothing else. When airplanes were on the horizon, the hot air balloon people would have been smart, got the fuck out, went airplane. You know what I'm saying?